Hello and welcome back to Lords of the Fallen. So, as you can see, I've been kind of running around this area, killing some of the local mobs and getting a bit of leveling done between episodes. And we've got about 20,000 vigour at the moment. I'm going to walk back to Skyrest. And we're going to have a look at what we can get done here. See if we can get a few upgrades done, perhaps. Right. Let's see what we've got then. We'll upgrade equipment. And the the hammer of holy agony. So it'll cost 2 grand to upgrade now. Now it's 2.5 and 2 large chunks. Now 3.5 and 4. So it's now onto +7 with B- strength and radiant scaling, and up to 2 runes. So we can socket some more runes into it. Oh no, wait, hang on. I'm looking at the wrong one, aren't I? I'm looking at the +8, not the +7 that we have up there. Right, so when it gets another 6 of those chunks, then we can put it to have 2 runes in. Right, gotcha, okay. But yes, at the moment we've got, it's now doing 238 attack power, which is absolutely ludicrous. What we also want to look at, where are we? We have the shield here, don't we? But of course there is the Ruiner shield, but that is Strength Inferno. This is Strength, Radiance, and a little Inferno. So I guess this is really an Umbral spect shield, the Hushed Saint. It'll do for now though. Certainly shall. It requires 3 of the nuggets, it looks like. So the next time we get some of them, we can start upgrading the shield. Give it a bit more protection. Right. And also, can we do anything for our Agony's Light here? They also require the nuggets, so everything's starting to require nuggets and the large shards now. Right. That said though, so we've now got quite a few things we can put onto our equipment. We can, on here, I don't think we've got anything different we can put on the hammer yet. And this, we've certainly got increased posture damage, physical damage, reduced strength attribute scaling, or increased strength attribute scaling. We'll get those slotted up. That's left us with 12,000 to spend on ourselves. So we shall get some spent. I think at the moment I'm going to put some into vitality to give us a little bit extra health. I think from this point on we're going to go into radiance and strength though, from this point onwards. So that should give me a last bit of weight that we need to carry. Our bars along the top now getting quite chunky. We might even be able, actually, no, not quite. Oh, actually, yeah, we can go to the Hushed Saints there. Hushed Saints, we could. They're actually less in terms of weight. Worse fire and wither resistance. Worse resistances in general. Ever so slightly more physical. Bleed is a bit better and poison's a lot better, but burn and ignite is abysmal. Frostbite is not much worse. Smite is similar. So they're not much worse. It's mostly just don't get set on fire while wearing the Hushed Saint stuff, which makes sense because you are, well, it came from a tree. You're a tree person. Or basically an ent. But I'm considering putting the Pendant of Burden on. Going back to these Paladin gauntlets, we're still heavy. So I can't quite do this just yet. Because one thing that I have been considering is even if we were to do this, what we could actually do with this is, because the, where is it, the Bloodbane Ring, a ring which constantly oozes a foul liquid, inflicting poison build-up simultaneously inflicts bleed build-up. I don't think that means I can do bleed build-up to get poison. I don't think it works both ways. But I do now have, if we so need, because I've been going around that area killing a bunch of poison dealing enemies, a bunch of them have dropped these poison salts, which can add poison status effects to weapons. So by all means I could just put a load of poison salts on my weapon and hit the boss with that. Just as an idea. Right. Anyway. That's spent most of our vigor here. How much do we need to go up one more? 5.3. I wouldn't like to go in carrying 1.7 foul. Are there any of these that I can use? 1.6, 400, so we could get 2,000 from this. That wouldn't really be quite enough. We'll head over here. And we'll just see if we can top it up to a level, and then we'll just start hitting up the boss. It looks like we might need a sliver more weight though as well to do this build proper, so that we can swap out from the Paladin's Pendant. It's quite interesting to know that we don't actually need the we don't need to get rid of that parasite anymore. We just do that much damage now that we can just carve through them. That's a good sign. We'll let these kind of work things out for a moment. And as we can see, this is probably doing almost as much as our two-handed sword now. Oh, actually, I thought it was stuck on that ledge then, since it wasn't moving much till we got there. I honestly figured these would be worth more in terms of vigor. I was expecting to probably come out from here with about 3k worth, and we did not. I'm genuinely still surprised how much, not just being in Umbral is worth, but the monsters around the swamp are worth a lot of vigor considering how ridiculously easy they are to just cut through. I think they're probably overvaluing the fact that they're poisonous enemies. They probably think that it should be worth more vigor than it really ought to be, I guess. Right. with him coming down here, because he's stuck there. I'm definitely feeling the upgrades on this though. Just already, what I can tell you is that prior to this, we would do about 180-ish damage. There we go, he's come down finally. There we are. Now we're getting a fair bit of vigor. Okay. But yeah, I'll do about 180 damage. We're now doing about 244, roughly. I will say one thing about those flying moth ones. They always drop good stuff. I've had a lot of vestige seedlings and things like that from them. So they always drop sort of uncommon and rare items. So they're pretty they have their uses. So yeah, one little quality of life thing I really appreciate here is that you can see where our vigor is. We can tell when we've got a level because it will have a little purple flame that lights up when we get there. I also like how quickly this hammer hits and the low stamina cost. It makes it really easy to do these little follow-up counter attacks on people. Right. We're getting there, we're getting there. I'm still genuinely surprised that these are worth as much as they are, these basic enemies in Umbral. They're worth a lot, surprisingly. Right. Kill the dangerous one first, there we go. They usually drop either something to give you fire resistance or something to give you fire damage. And we're starting to see some of the spawns for the more difficult enemies starting to show up now. Of course, just because the little outlines of them are there doesn't mean it's actually going to spawn them in, but that does mean that they are now in the spawn pool, I believe. So they can spawn in from this point. Unlikely to, but they can. Right. Won't be long, and we'll be there. And then we can go in with as little vigor as we possibly can. Hopefully bank all this as a level. Right, how close? We must be a sliver away. .9. .1. I reckon a couple more will do it. Oh, some bigger that we missed earlier. think that'll be it. What else do we need? Oh yeah, five. Yeah. We're on the brink of it. I hope so as well. How many enemies are about? There we are. Yeah, well, how much dread was built up and enemies that we're about? Yeah, you'd hope we're getting there soon. Right. Let's rest, we'll upgrade and we'll go for it. We can probably get a good 3 or 4 tries in before the end. Will this actually... Oh yeah, look, that's not actually giving me any more weight. Endurance isn't either. So we must need to level them up multiple times, I guess, now. We'll put some in radiance. Must be starting to get diminishing returns for my carry weight at this point. Jesus Christ, okay. I'll probably have to rest again after that. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. Unfortunately. We lost way too much health on that. We're gonna end up going in with 2 health, well, with 2 heals missing if we go in now. Dog first. What? Oh, the friggin' then trolled from beyond the grave. The attacks became unsynchronized. It also didn't help. They all seemed to be dropping. Like I seemed to be dropping frames then. Maybe give it a moment after the rest. Just so it can make sure all the enemies are loaded in. Maybe we just leave him altogether. Nothing saying we have to kill them, is there? I'd much rather go in with full heals. Right. Shield ready. You know, for all I said about, oh, I don't want to go in with too much vigor, we've ended up getting like 800 odd on the way here. But it's fine. We'll just have to suck it up. Right then. Charge some stamina. Then we got hit with smite then. Must be this. I think it was the smite status effect because we suddenly got hit by a bolt of lightning, it would seem. Yeah, we're getting hit by that a lot, so we can't just turtle up too much. Ow. Goddamn smite status. It's healing. And oh, we're out of heals. Stop casting it on yourself, you absolute tosser. Protection. We're about to actually get him. The big bars build worked. I am genuinely surprised we managed that. He's only worth 7,000. Jesus Christ. I was expecting like 20k or something from that, with how difficult it was. Yeah, he really seemed to be giving me problems there. It's because of that recovery ability. That's what I blame it on. I'm not an overly aggressive attack build. One bloodlust. I'm guessing it's a weapon, maybe? We're going to need some health back here somewhere. Maybe we'll have a proper vestige in here. Perhaps. Oh, mind you, there was a spot for a seedling there, wasn't there? I think. We've got 9.5 grand. We don't want to die. We'll just eat one of these Reostone pears. That should heal us a bit. Is this? It said Skywest Bridge. I hate you. Oh, we nearly one-shot him. I think it is, you know. Hang on. Yeah, so we'll put Skywest Bridge somewhere. But where exactly? I'm trying to figure out if this is just like a shortcut door that we've just walked through. I think it might. Hang on. Is this where there's that cave entrance? Oh. It is, you know. It's the cave entrance. Which means that yeah, just here there's hey, so I know where we are. Vestige of Chabui, of whatever. Right. Upgrade character. Please, thank you. How much do we need? 5,520. Okay, let me have a little... How much is that worth? Basically bugger all. We don't have to disturb them. Just getting a couple of the Umbral, some of the chaff from Umbral will do here. And we shouldn't push ourselves too hard. Haven't got any heals as well, we need to remember that. Don't you be trying to kill me. That's a few extra 100. That should do it. Right. Out of curiosity then, if I were to say put 2 levels into... Oh, we need like another 100 or so. Right, we'll come away from it. Can heal off of that as well a little bit. Right. Okay, there's a few. Right. That should do it. So, question. I'm assuming that now we're going to need maybe 2 for our weight to go up. We are. So vitality going up 2 will increase weight by 1. So I could do vitality and an endurance, or I could do 2 vitality maybe. Right. And that should just about... Right. Oh, and we need to rest. Okay. So, in that case then, firstly, I believe we got something from that. Bloodlust. Agility and Inferno. Deals bleed and fire damage. Yeah, well, deals bleed and fire status effects, as well as physical and fire damage. My hammer, which is pretty damn good. Yeah, I think we'll definitely be keeping that for now, but yeah, I don't think moving into that new weapon is going to be any good. But, as I've mentioned, what we might want to do against bosses is swap to the Pendant of Burden. We might be able to now, if we drop to the Paladin's Gauntlets, yes. We can just about manage it. Right, we can manage. Though in all fairness, against the... and I'm about to say, against the next boss we have to face, we might want fire resistance, but in all fairness, this armor is so heavy that even though it's only 94 fire, our previous armor sets, say like the Paladin armor or the Angel of the Void armor or something, doesn't have much better fire resistance. It's a bit better, but it's not crazy good. Have we got the Ruiner armor? Could really be something though for this. If it's just fire we want to avoid, that's the armor we want. Yeah, the Pendant of Burden and the Bloodbane Ring. Now, we might not be able to inflict poison, but if we can put the poison effect on our weapon with an item, we could start just absolutely smashing them with a bunch of status effects on our weapons, or on our weapon here. So we might be able to at least get them bleeding then, because it should be applying 2 doses of bleed at that point. Which should make it quite a potent force, this weapon, at that point. Right, I think that's going to do it for now though. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Lords of the Fallen. We've got another boss kill down. And I think we're going to be able to probably look at the... I mean, which bosses are left now? There's the one down at the bridge. So if we kind of go back to our ceiling and follow down that cliff that we have before, we should be able to get to another one down there. Where, you know, beyond the bridge where we defeated the Ruiner. And now that we have a holy weapon, which is another thing as well, keep in mind this deals holy damage, as well as doing a bleed status effect, and then we can put poison on it as well, really hitting with everything we've got. And we can also put on our holy weapon effect using our abilities. We can do that if we wish. Depends if we want that or choose protection ourselves, or both perhaps, though that'll burn through our mana fast. But we can definitely probably really hammer in some damage on this guy, and especially now that this weapon's been upgraded. I'm fully expecting to we should probably see at least a really solid spike in our power while we're facing him. Right, anyway, like I said, this has been Lords of Fallen. We'll give that another go in the next episode. I think so that's the, you know, 4-armed boss from the original trailer and that. We'll give it a go. I'll see you next episode for that. I'll see you then.